Good morning, my loves. Happy Friday. It's a glorious day here at the lake. It's in the 70s. This weekend it's going to be around 80, and all next week, I think up until around Christmas, it's going to be in the 70s, which is why I'm in Arizona and not back in the Midwest where it's cold. As you can see, Finn is on lake patrol watching those evil ducks, making sure they stay in their place. And let me show you just real quick the lake this morning. It is just lovely, as always. Today, we are discussing pragmatic relationships. Someone reached out, wanted to know if I had a minute to talk, and they wanted a video. I said, well, if we're talking, why do you want a video? They want a video so they can show it to somebody. Okay, here's the video. The individual that reached out to me. You asked for this. This is the same thing we talked about, okay? So, the person that reached out met someone online. Do we need to discuss this yet again? Dating apps, online, meeting people through social media. Oh, please, sweetheart, just do it the old-fashioned way and meet somebody the normal way, you know? It might take forever, but it will be worth it. They met. They dated 3 months and got married. They didn't even move in together first. They dated and got married within 3 or 4 months. The person that contacted me said they checked all the right boxes. Beautiful. They like the right music, the right movies, the right values. Did they really? Or were you just not wanting to see what you didn't want to see? So, the other party really wants to get married. Let's not wait. I want to spend the rest of my days with you. I don't want to have another day without you. Come to find out they didn't want to have another day without their checking account. It was all about the money, bottom line. They come back from the honeymoon. All is relatively well, and we're in the holiday season. And the person said, the other party, the spouse party, had said that their family never really had much of a Christmas, and it's always been kind of tough. Can we afford to do something nice for my family? The person that contacted me said, well, yeah, get them whatever you want. Thinking we're talking sweaters, right? Sweaters or a new wallet, a couple $100 a person, not that big a deal. Oh, no. This person was playing break the bank. They were spending thousands of dollars per person without checking with the other party. Well, you said it was okay. It's not like you don't have the money. They're really upset. And they're furious. They're mad at themselves. They're mad at the other person. They feel like they've been conned. They said it was a total bait and switch. Honey, it's not a bait and switch if you refuse to see the red flags. That's called stupidity on your part because it's there. If you go to look at a car and it looks perfect and it runs, you drive it around the block and it runs perfect, everything's fine, and you buy it and you take it home and the transmission falls out, that could be a bait and switch. If you found sawdust in the oil and stuff like that, that could be a bait and switch. In a relationship, you chose to believe what you chose to believe. You didn't take the time to get to know the person. In my opinion, never marry somebody or get deeply involved with somebody until you have seen them when they're sick. They've seen you when you're sick. How are they going to be when you're sick? Are they going to help take care of you? Or are they just going to avoid you and hang out with their friends? How do how do they think about your family? What do you think about their family? This sounds really bad. Do a background check. Seriously, do a background check. Do a criminal background check. Yeah. Have they done this to someone else? Is it a con? It happens. It really happens. People will not always share with you the truth of their background, of their past. Okay? If you're just dating, they don't have to. But if you're going to marry them, if you're going into a long-term relationship, if you're going to have a baby with them, you need to know who they are and what they're about. If a baby is involved, are they going to be able to support the baby? Are they, if it's If she's pregnant, is she going to be willing to take good care of herself through the pregnancy? You know, is she going to be drinking and smoking and partying and say, screw it, whatever? It happens. Know who you're getting in bed with. Know who you're getting into financial bed with. Because once you're married to someone, anything that is purchased before the marriage is a premarital asset. It's theirs. You divorce, their car was theirs. The furniture that they bought ahead of time was theirs. Afterwards, honey, that's joint property. Money that you receive afterward is joint property. IRAs, yeah, investments, checking accounts, savings account, joint accounts. You really need to think about it. I asked them, did you get a prenup? Well, we talked about it, but she was insulted. Well, if somebody's insulted, that gives you a little bit more reason to get the prenup. Why are they insulted? Is it they feel that you don't trust them? I see a prenup as insurance. I have insurance on my car. Doesn't mean I don't trust my car. It's to protect myself from other people. I have health insurance. It's not because I don't take good care of myself. Things happen. A prenup is insurance for the relationship because you don't know what life's going to bring, what's going to happen. Get a prenup. So it is not bait and switch. So I said, let's take a minute and do what I call a relationship autopsy. And we started at the beginning and we discussed all the red flags this person chose to ignore. There were a lot. They didn't want to disclose how many times they've been married, how many serious relationships they've been. Let's leave the past in the past and start fresh. Really? They didn't want to talk about how many kids they've had. Well, that's odd. But this person was just, they were so beautiful. It didn't matter. Does it matter now? It matters. Don't ignore the red flags. Do they have a job? Are they a hard worker? Check their credit score. Like I said, do a background check. Check them out. Because this person is after the person that, I don't know how to say this. The individual that reached out to me is convinced the person they married is totally out for their money. And I think after everything we discussed, I think they're probably right. Now, to explain this, the other person could, I'm not saying the other person doesn't love the individual that contacted me, but in all likelihood, all they're after is a pragmatic relationship. A pragmatic relationship is a relationship where they just want their needs met. It's pragmatic. It makes sense. It's safety. Safety and security. Not that they don't like this other person, they probably don't really love them, but yeah, they can tolerate them. But they have money. They have a house, they have furniture, they have food, they can provide for them, they can travel, they have nice things. It meets this person's needs. It's all about safety and security. And there are a lot of people that's what they're about. They're pragmatic. I want my needs met. I know a lot of women, and this really disturbs me, but I know a lot of women that say, if a guy's going to date me, he's paying my bills. Well, honey, get up off your ass and get a job, pay your own bills. But there's a lot of people that feel that way. They're being pragmatic. That if this person wants to see me, if they want to be in my life, they're taking care of me. I guess I'm a little bit more independent. I can take care of myself. Thank you very much. But I really think he hooked up with somebody that just wanted a pragmatic relationship. They wanted their needs met. They wanted to feel safe. They wanted to feel secure. And yeah, I have a feeling within 6 months they would be stepping out and finding somebody that met some other needs, because they can compartmentalize. This person meets my safety and security needs. This person meets my sexual needs. That's just my opinion. I could be very wrong. I don't know. I really don't know either party. I just spoke to somebody briefly and we had a conversation. What I suggested, I want them to sit down and have a very open, honest, non-judgmental, no confrontations, no name calling. I want you to please have a conversation and be honest about your relationship. You should have had this conversation before you ever got married. Sit down. What do you want from the relationship? What are you looking for? What are your goals? What does love mean to you? So many people don't even know. For some people, for this individual, I'm sure, to this female, for her, love means being safe and secure, having the needs met, being pragmatic, I's dotted, T's crossed, rent is paid, utilities paid, food in the fridge. The hell with the rest. But does that match what the other person wants? Your needs have to match. Your goals have to match. Your hopes and dreams have to align. It can't just be, a relationship cannot just be based on looks and chemistry and sex. There's so much more to it. I know this is controversial. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. But please see the red flags. Do not, and I know a lot of people are really happy with online dating. Honey, people can tell you anything they want on social media. They can tell you anything they want on a dating app. I mean, they'll do that in person as well. Lord knows I've had people I've gone out with that, yeah, they're not who they said they were. That was a one and done date. I'm very authentic. I'm very transparent. Don't bullshit me. Don't even try. You screw up once, we're done. That's it. Know who you're getting involved with. Please protect yourself. If you already have children, protect your kids. You have to protect the kids. Be careful who you introduce your kids to. That's why you want people to be checked out. Do they have a history of violence? Do they have a criminal record? Do they have a history of child abuse, child endangerment, reckless behavior? It matters. You matter. Your kids matter. They matter. Sit down and have a conversation because you're worthy. They're worthy. We're all worthy. I really wish them the best. I told them to reach out to me. I will be happy to recommend a therapist because I highly recommend going into therapy. The person that contacted me is just mad and wants a divorce because she spent probably, it sounds like between $12,000 and $20,000 on her family for Christmas. A lot of money. And yeah, that's not the way to get off a new marriage so much. So I wish everyone the best. Have a wonderful weekend. Think about what you're doing. Look at those red flags. Think about it. Don't rush into anything. If somebody loves you, they're not going anywhere. They'll be around forever and a day if they love you. There's no reason to rush into marriage, to rush into moving in with someone, to rush into a relationship. Know what you're doing. Know who you're getting into bed with. Know who you're getting into financial bed with. Trust me, I'm old. I know this stuff.